We finally got our hands on a copy.
We've been waiting.
We're not sure what happened. We just never got one from our publisher. But
listen. In their defense, we've been in a different city.
We've been busy, yeah.
Every single day. So.
But so here's what's awesome. We were literally just kind of hanging out today, doing a bunch of press, and I said, "Hey, listen. In our break, I am gonna go to Barnes and Noble and just see if I can find the book." So I literally make it to Barnes and Noble, and I can't find the book anywhere. So I'm like, okay.
Well, it's technically not out yet.
Well, it comes out tomorrow. But I'm like, maybe, just maybe. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna put this on Do Not Disturb.
You guys, we're also going live on TikTok.
We're going live TikTok. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Instagram. This is great. We're talking about
joining us. We're on
our
Talk
book.
Shop Live.
And if you guys want to order a signed copy, for those of you on Talk Shop Live, you guys can order a signed copy. For those of you on Instagram or TikTok, you can go to Talk Shop Live. Yeah.
Okay.
Go and anyways.
So you guys can ask us questions on here. I'm also going to be looking
I
here
have to finish the story.
Oh, what were you telling? Sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at I'm sorry.
Wow.
I love you.
Anyways, so I'm literally in Barnes and Noble, and I stop and I go, "Excuse me, ma'am." I was like, "How?" Her name was Monica. She was super sweet. I said, "Hey, how are things organized? Is it by last name, book title?" She goes, "Oh, it's by the author's last name." I'm like, "Great." So I'm looking for a book. She goes, "What book?" I was like, "It's actually my book, and it's coming out tomorrow. Is there any chance that I could find it?" And she's like, "You mean like you wrote a book?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I mean, me and my wife." And she's like, "Sure." So we go, and she looks up the computer. She's like, "There's one copy left." And I was like, "Can you help me find it?" So we go, she finds it, and this is it. She actually asked if I wanted to sign it, and I was like,
"Aww."
I was like, "Well, no."
Because a lot of people come in, they sign their
them,
copies,
yeah.
and then they
So
leave.
I was planning like if there was more, but I said no. I just want it because I don't have a copy of my book that's coming out tomorrow.
It's kind of amazing.
So, anyways. Thank you guys, man. You know what? A bunch of you guys are ordering the book. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Somebody just asked what the hardest part about writing the book was.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, are you one, Booby?
Maybe
in a little bit. Look at you, Booby, in a little bit.
Hardest part about writing the book, I think, was figuring out how to structure what it was, because we kind of just speak.
I read the question wrong. Like, what was the hardest part? Like, which part was the hardest? Not like that was my bad. I read their question and gave it to you wrong. Like, what was the hardest part about writing the book in the sense of, was there a certain chapter that was hardest for you to write?
I think the book as a whole, we are very vulnerable, and we talk about a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about us. I think in general we are open books.
Yeah.
But this is just a whole nother testimony to it's a new way that we've been able to tell our testimony in greater detail.
Yes.
With things that people don't know about us and our life. And I think that is such an important part of life is sharing your story, sharing your testimony.
The hard parts, the good parts.
Yeah, especially the hard parts. Dude, it's so easy to be like, "Oh, this is great, this happened, this." But a lot of people don't like to talk about the book, but they don't ship to Canada.
Oh,
I
really?
I wish I knew more on why.
I'll look into this.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be only a Talk Shop Live. You might, as far as like an autographed copy.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm thinking maybe that's what it is. I will check it out for you.
Sorry for the kiddos, guys. We normally have a nanny with us, just because this tour has been crazy, but we gave her a day off because the last 4 days have been insane. And for like any of you guys who are joining us who have been to the shows, thank you so much. It's wild. Like, we just had like the most crazy 4 shows back to back. So tomorrow, Philly is gonna be crazy. Okay, let's see. Crystal, her book comes tomorrow. Awesome. How excited are you for everyone to finally read this book? Joe, I mean, let me tell you, the fact that I can hold a physical copy in my hand right now, like it's real, blows my mind. I'm just excited for people to, actually, hold on. I'm gonna rephrase this. I didn't know what to think, and then we were sending out some like advanced copies here and there, and after hearing people's reactions and reading their reviews, I actually got really excited because I feel like we have a really good book. Like, I thought it was good.
Shout out to the launch team. You guys are amazing. I don't know if anybody from the launch team is on any of these lives, but those are the people that we sent the book to. They've been helping us get the word out, and just thank you, because yeah, hearing your reviews and your words of encouragement have been really, really awesome, because it is scary. I mean, we write
places, but we are doing right now 2 book signings at a Barnes & Noble in 2 places, which I will
we will find
I will find out exactly where that is. Okay, let's see. Sarah E, I ordered the book the first time that we did this. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. Let's see. MSG and book release week. How excited are you? You have no idea. This week is actually even more ginger spice. The possibility of actually being in the entertainment business wasn't even a thought in my head as I started middle school. As a 6-year-old, I had auditioned for the American Heritage Honor Boys Choir, and my mom realized that I could sing. Then, in middle school, when I earned the coveted role of Edward the Bellboy in my school's equity production of Titanic the Musical, my mom discovered I could act. So, when she saw an ad for a talent agency that sent kids on auditions for modeling and acting, she and I were all in. The first gig that I booked was like a dream come true for this boy. A television commercial for Super Soaker water guns. You mean I get paid for running around shooting other kids with a water gun? Yes, please. So yeah, so we start from the beginning.
Yeah, you guys get
we
like
literally
a
go
big intro.
all the way back. And it's so fun reading this. Alexa and I actually also did an audio version of the book, which I believe also comes out tomorrow, the same time that this book comes out. So if you are into audiobooks, what is it like?
It was right after Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, right after Dancing with the Stars, we kind of did like a one-page thing, and it was called "What's the Point?" And we didn't really think anything of it, but we were like, you know, if we were to write a book, this would be our dream writing of the book, or the you know, dream concept scenario. Nothing ever happened with it, and then a few years later, somebody had asked us if, you know, we thought about writing a book. We said, absolutely. Here's a 1-page. And they were like, okay, this is great. I'll pass it around. Nothing ever happened with it. A few years later, the same thing happened. Somebody was like, hey, send me the 1-sheet. Nothing ever happened with it. Jump to during our, you know, 2 years of lockdown because of COVID, one of my best friends, John Frendel, he linked us up with this guy named Stan Jantz. And Stan Jantz is a huge writer. He's done like a whole bunch of stuff. And we linked up. We sent him the 1-sheet, and he was the first guy to go, okay, cool, this is good. Let's make it great. And we sat down with him, and we talked over, you know, so many hours about just like how, like, different ideas that we would have to make, to actually like write a book, not just one page.
And Stan's a great writer.
And he's fantastic. So after that, another 2 years went by, nothing ever happened. And this is now
but
like...
also, at this point, we weren't actively like seeking out writing a book. We were just like, whenever it happens, it'll happen.
I know.
No, I know, I'm just reiterating. Like,
oh, yeah.
we were kind of adding little things here and there, extra testimonies when testimonies would happen.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
But yeah, so anyways, we're not like trying to get a book, you know, a book deal or anything. And jump to about a year ago, one of our friends, Jefferson Bethke, who's also a published writer. He's got some awesome books. Jesus is Greater Than Religion is incredible, and his audiobook is even better because you get to hear like his voice. But basically, he writes us. Oh, she's passed out. He writes us and says that his publisher had seen a video that Lex made and would love to chat. So of course, like before, we chat, and I said, hey, here's a 1-sheet that we wrote. And she loved it and said that we should discuss further, and it just kept going and going, and now we have our book a year later. So this journey's been crazy. We were inspired by so many different things, and it took, you know, the last 8 years to make this happen. So it's really, really cool. Great. That's marriage is what inspired this book. Well, and let's see what else. I'm so excited for an autographed coffee. Awesome, Tori.
a lot of prayer. But I mean, I think you said it, like balancing just, I don't know, a practice. Some seasons it's a lot easier, some seasons it's harder. Actually, even though the season is crazy, there's just been a lot of peace going through it all. Like the best way I can describe it is organized chaos. It's been chaotic and insane, and I'm trying to remember all the dates that we have things, like going over the schedule, and it can be really overwhelming, especially when you have little kids who are hungry, a husband who's hungry, you're living on a bus, you're not at home, you know, it's just a lot of crazy scenarios. But honestly, it goes back to our faith. God has just really kept us at peace during this whole time. So at a time where we could just be just so overwhelmed that we crumble, instead we're, you know, thriving through the craziness. So yeah, I would just say prayer and my faith.
Oh, here we go. Gee.
This is why we need people in our
Yes,
lives.
our publicist is probably like, these guys.
These guys.
I can't stand these guys.
Sorry.
No, listen, it has been an absolute whirlwind these last 3 weeks, putting the tour together, getting on tour.
Year. It's been a whirlwind of a year.
Getting the family, it's crazy, but things are finally settling in. We're on the bus. Yeah, anyways, cool. Let's see. Let's go over here. Why are you living on a bus? Someone wants to know. So, I'm currently on tour with my band Big Time Rush. State to state versus flying.
Yeah,
especially
as a
with kids.
family.
Oh,
could you imagine like 40 flights with 3 kids?
No
See,
way.
maybe that's when my peace would probably go. You
Yeah,
want to know? You
me
want to
too.
test me? Put me on a plane
Oh
with
my
kids
gosh.
every single day.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Let's
Okay,
see.
let's see.
Someone says, I love the book so far. It's so good. I pre-ordered it and can't wait. And then I have VIP for the Forever Tour, so could you all sign in for me? Absolutely, Sarah T. Let's see. Everybody wants you to sign it. Don't worry.
Maybe us
you will
together.
get it.
Us together.
You will get it. Alexa, what's your favorite Bible verse?
In a race, all runners run, but only one gets the prize. Run in such a way as to get the prize. And it's in 2 Corinthians, but I can't remember. This is my brain. Andrew's watching right now. He's gonna be like, I can't believe you still don't remember it after we talked about it. I think it's like 2 Corinthians 17:23 or 20. I don't know, but it's in 2 Corinthians. That's terrible. I don't even know my favorite Bible verse. Like
Dude,
that.
I don't even know what I ate for lunch today.
Did I feed you?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Here,
Yes.
I'm gonna read a little something.
Okay, read a little something.
Oh. Sam, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name. I'm not really sure how to say it, but we sent the book to a NFL linebacker named Sam Aiko, I think. It might be H-O, but I think it's Aiko.
Yeah.
And he wrote this long, it was, I mean, my heart, I was so touched. Mm-hmm. He wrote this really long endorsement and review of our book, and they took like a little snippet from it, but he literally says, "This is more than a book. It's a story of freedom, hope, redemption, and love. I couldn't put it down." And I mean, he went on, but my heart was just so touched because you know, it's so nerve-wracking to share your book out there with the world. You just never know what they're gonna think. And I feel like sometimes it's easier for girls to just be so open with their feelings, or to say, like, I don't know, just like really encouraging things. But you know, hearing that from a guy was really, really awesome, and I was so appreciative. So Sam, thank you for writing that. You're probably not listening, but I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so you know what? Should I open this? You keep looking for another question, and I'll look in here.
Okay. I think it's Oceana says, did you plan the tour and the book for the same time? You know what? No.
I don't think so.
No.
It just happened.
It kind of just all happened, and I truly believe God was just like, you know, it's that saying, like, when it rains, it pours, you know. This last, you know, month, 2 months, it's just wild, crazy things are happening. But what a great way to tour the country and share our love for Jesus and share our book and our testimony. And whether you know Jesus or not, like, this book is not, like, I wouldn't say that this book is only for Christians or people who love Jesus. I think this book is for everyone. And I think a lot of people... Go ahead.
Okay. More often, the institution of marriage is viewed as a death-dealing rather than life-giving. But for Carlos and me, marriage has made us stronger and better and more unstoppable than when we were alone. It's helped us to grow and mature in ways we wouldn't have if we had stayed single. What I've experienced in marriage isn't the ball and chain weight many have ascribed to marriage. It's actually been a freedom from that weight. Dating was fun, but it was a weighty fun. You don't know where it's going. You don't know if you're going to break up. Anyone who's hustled at the dating game, meeting people
Are you so happy? Am I right?
It's called Why Are You So Happy, but you're the one reading it. It's a chapter called Lows.
No. Well, it said Lows, but then I realized, I was like, no, this is about Andrew. Okay, so here we go. So it says, don't be stupid. During the third season of Big Time Rush, when the boys were buying cool sports cars, I decided that I wanted to buy something fancy. So when I announced my intentions to buy a sweet ride to my dad on the phone one evening, he said without hesitation, don't be stupid. How would he say it?
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Real estate makes more sense. Increases in value. Let's buy something together. And while all that sounded super boring to me and not nearly as fun as it renting, I asked, curious. No, she explained patiently. I own it. As a 20-year-old, the concept boggled my mind. Wait, you own this? I asked. Francia laughed. How do you own this? I mean, I beg to know. Not wanting to take the time to download all of the real estate for dummies, she answered, here, just call my friend. I'm sending you his contact info. Call Andrew Mortaza. 3 days later, Andrew and I were sharing a picture of margaritas on the patio of Mexicali restaurant on Ventura Boulevard. I told him what I was looking for My dad's dream was always to be able to give each one of his 4 sons a house, and I was suddenly at the top of the list. He made an offer, and because he'd recently done well in the stock market, he was able to put down a lot of cash. So we closed 30 days later. The deal we made was that he'd buy it, and I'd put the energy, hours, dollars into fixing it up, and it needed a lot of work, a complete makeover. So that house was such a
Thanks, babe.
you know, when we started the tour, I did have an opportunity to just ride on the guy's bus, leave my family at home for 2.5 months, and do the thing. But that was never an option for me.
I love you. Thank you.
Never an option. I just, like, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. It's like, hey, listen, this just makes no sense.
When you have to do other stuff, like, it makes sense. But
and fly dates.
yeah, like, we couldn't come on the winter tour when you guys did the winter tour.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you know.
It didn't make sense.
Didn't make sense.
But to be gone for months at a time, like, one thing we've always said, this industry is not set up for families. It's not set up for marriage.
Most people.
Well, think of these memories even that we're making.
Dude. I mean, look, she's having so much fun. She's like just passed out.
Oh, Leo?
Yeah.
She really is
Hilarious.
done. She's passed
No,
out back there.
but I feel like a lot of relationships struggle because people put they
I'm gonna check on Kingston real fast.
they're fighting. And then we have. I feel like I should like put a blanket over her or something. Hey babe, do you have a blanket or something I could put over her? Anyways, I really feel like a lot of relationships struggle because people prioritize things that don't really matter, and I'm guilty. I'm like, and we talk about this a lot in the book. Like back in the day when Alexa and I first met, and then we first started dating, and then first got married. Like I loved things. Like I literally idolized things, gadgets, toys, GoPros. Like I'm the guy that like I'd buy a new GoPro and I would drop it and get like a little nick on the side and be like, and it ended up being a disaster. I mean, the thing started falling apart, and it allowed me, God used that to change my obsession with things. You know, I wanted my things for me, and I wanted it to just be me and Alexa in the house. And why am I gonna have people over? Because they're gonna get it dirty and this and that. And instead, Alexa, she actually asked me in the middle of the house falling apart and this crazy law. I took the one copy, so maybe they sent one to every Barnes and Noble.
We were laughing. We're like, anytime we go to a new city, we should just pick up a copy, just in case it's the one copy, and
Yeah.
get on that bestseller list.
Or let's talk about the bestseller thing. This whole New York thing.
It's giving me so
Hold
much
on.
anxiety.
No.
That's the only thing that's giving me anxiety.
Why? Here's what I told Alexa, and you know what? I'm going to tell another story right now.
Because it doesn't matter.
This, again, bestseller, sell it like 1 million copies. I don't care about that. To me, if this book touches you and changes something in your life or makes you think differently or whatever, that's all that matters to me. All right? I can't stress it enough. This is not me trying to sell 1 million books. tell her how loved she was and how special she was, and that changed her life. Like, oh my gosh, like that's like, who cares how much money you make? Who cares how famous you are? Like, who cares about that unless you're actually doing something with the platform that you have, with the impact that you have.
And I always tell people, like, you have a platform. I don't care if you are bagging groceries at the grocery store or if you are, I don't know, J-Lo. Like, you literally have an opportunity to be kind, to smile, to love on each other, to be encouraging to one another right where you are. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of platform you may think you have or don't have. You have an opportunity to really be a light in somebody's life right from where you are.
So if this book can just touch one person, then it was all worth it, honestly. Because if my entire career in Big Time Rush was to help that one girl out, amen. Like,
Hey, baby.
and I sincerely mean that. She wrote me the sweetest letter, and Lex read it, and she was just like in tears, and she's like this is what life is about. This is what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to impact each other. We're supposed to communicate with each other. We're supposed to love on each other. This is it. So, anyways, that's how I feel about bestsellers, sell books. Doesn't matter. If you want to buy the book, buy the book. If you want to buy it for a friend, buy a friend. I just hope that something we said in this
is actually
impactful.
Yeah.
And I think it will be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we started to say it earlier, but I'll tell you from what I remember why we wanted to write a book. After we did Dancing with the Stars together, we just didn't realize the impact that we would have on people just competing together, because we really just had so much fun together, and like we were not competitive against each other. And I know everybody wanted to pinpoint us against each other on Dancing with the Stars, but like, why would you want your husband to fail at something? Like, I want him to win. He wants me to win. Like, we want to lift each other up. And we just came under like a lot of obstacles during that time and during the show, and I guess viewers really noticed that, but saw that we were fighting for our marriage during that time. And they wrote in just sending us letters of encouragement. And it was so awesome to see not just like young marriages, but I'm talking older marriages where people had been married for 30 years saying that we reignited their marriage. And thank you for making marriage look fun again. Thank you for bringing like holiness to marriage again. And just, you know, again, like it's what I read earlier. It a lot of times in society nowadays, like marriage seems like this heavy burden, when honestly it is like the most fun freedom that you can feel. Like having my spouse and knowing like that is my spouse, he's not going anywhere. There's just something beautiful and holy about that like team that you create together, and we knew we wanted to share that with the world on a deeper level. And Dancing with the Stars really was kind of what ignited, at least for me, all of that, like want to share a book, I guess, with people. Like
we did get into Dancing with the Stars a little bit in there.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it a little bit, and like the struggles during Dancing with the Stars and how it was, you know, it's again, I don't know how people who are married do the show and they're not competing together, because you're dancing with someone else for time on the show. It's tough. Should we answer some more questions before we go? Are we gonna do it like we did last time?
We got so much time. I'm gonna run this clock out again
until it ends.
Yes,
we're gonna run this clock
100%. I love talking to people.
Let's see over here. So somebody did ask. This is so sad. Somebody asked that if I'm in the Spy Kids reboot. Me and Daryl have not been asked to do the Spy Kids reboot, and we're heartbroken.
Don't get into that.
I'm just saying we are heartbroken about it.
Don't get into that. No, it's okay. We're gonna do our own reboot. It's gonna be called Spy Parents. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
Can we legally do that?
We can do whatever we want.
Daryl, I'll call you.
Fine. Anyways.
Daryl played Junie in Spy Kids, in case anybody was wondering.
Somebody asked if the book was going to be translated in Spanish. You know what? I've been telling our publisher that we need to translate this So
Spanish, so
I
I'm hoping
am
it does.
praying that they get it done, because I would love to get it translated in Spanish.
I would
and send it out
imagine
to you
that they
guys.
will.
Yeah.
It just won't get released tomorrow. It will just be
Why not? We can stay up all night.
Overnight.
Stay up all night.
translate
We'll
this
figure
thing.
it out.
I would imagine it could be something that could come out maybe next year sometime. I'm guessing here. I'm just throwing things out. Jenny, I'm putting you on the spot. Let me know.
Spy Parents, yes.
Oh.
What's your favorite line from the book? I don't know.
I think I have one, but
Go ahead.
well, I don't. It's the very end, so I don't want to give that away. But there are just some good wrap ups at the end that really, where we're both speaking. It's not just one or the other. It's just both
I
of us
wouldn't say that
coming
this is
together.
like some people call it a memoir. I don't really think it's a memoir.
What is it? We don't know what this is.
Because like obviously they're like, we tell our story, but it's not like we're still. I feel like we still do a great job of educating. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just like, oh, this is my life and blah 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 blah. It's
well, like we just talk about the things that we've learned and we share that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a memoir, but it's not.
It's not.
It's actually no. Hold on.
I've read memoirs. It's
Hold
go ahead.
It is so perfectly us. We are brain farters. We constantly just blurt whatever's on our mind.
Yeah.
And Margot, who helped us write this book, we were just brain farting like crazy, or brain blurting, or whatever you want to call it, brain vomit. And we came out with this book, and there's just a lot of information, a lot of things that have just gone on in our lives are put into this book, and she helped us construct it in a way that looks pretty and nice and that makes sense.
Somebody asked, how long did it take to get the cover photo?
Yes. Okay. So shout out to amazing Chelsea Jean on Maui. I absolutely love her and her family. The Aarons are so awesome and talented. So we actually went to our favorite beach on Maui. Should I say the beach? Let's say the beach.
Yeah, great.
This is on Baby Beach on Maui, and Carlos was just like, he always jumps on my back, and I give him piggyback rides. That's just something that happens all the time. He's like, you know what? For the cover, I don't want it to be some pose thing. I want it to be us.
Yeah,
And we're like,
what's
us?
We literally took a couple of the.
Just in case they were like not about this,
but
this
that
is
was
just,
it.
This is us. Oh, and also shout out to New Flora Clothing. If you don't,
is that all New Flora?
That's New Flora. So my friend
even
Jess,
the shorts too?
No, not the shorts, but the
That
shirt.
is?
I love it.
Stop
yeah,
it.
yeah. So if you
No
like the shirt that I'm
way.
wearing, it's New Flora, N-U-E, I believe, and don't ask me to spell.
NEU? Is it NEU?
Is it NEU? I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh, I can't because my phone is right there.
I'll look it up.
But she is just absolutely no.
I got you. Relax, lady.
And oh yeah, yes.
NEU.
Yes, NEU. Thank you. NEUFLORA.com.
Oh, so good.
Cutest stuff and yeah. So I put that on for the cover, and I was so happy that this
That's
is what they
great.
Because we changed on the beach. We threw out another outfit just in case.
Dude, I can't believe
they
you wrote
weren't
a
about
book.
this.
That's so nuts. Okay, should we read some more of it? We have 15 minutes left. We can read some more. Let's see.
I'm gonna go. Uh-oh. I'm hearing Kingston messed it up. Give me 1 second, baby.
Do you have any advice for someone looking for a Christian relationship? I feel as though partners with a similar foundation are similar. Are
hard to come by these days.
Are hard to come by.
It is.
It is true.
You know, for us, we met at Bible study, so I feel like if you want to find somebody who is more like-minded, you kind of got to go to spots. Not always, but you got to find spots where people are putting the work in, and usually Bible study means that people are ready to put the work in and have a deeper relationship with God. For us, our Bible study was at our friend Andrew's house. For you, it might be like a small group within your church, or a church, in a nearby neighborhood, whatever. But there are so many cool small groups. I wonder if I could ask Andrew if he has links or ideas.
Andrew would invite you to his house.
Although, hold on, Andrew's single.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a
girlfriend, a boyfriend.
46.
He's looking for a girlfriend.
Andrew's 46 years old. He's got caramel
He's not
skin.
46. He's 45.
6:45. He's gonna kill me.
We're about to get a text. Me like, I hate you. Oh my gosh.
Listen, he's handsome. He started working
It's
out
coming.
again.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
It's
he
coming.
started working out again.
He never stopped working out. Get out of here.
Andrew just started eating more. That's all it was. You look great, Andrew.
Oh my gosh,
He's
Andrew.
our best friend.
Andrew,
We tease
it's
him.
all Alexa. Remember who your favorite is, boy.
He's now his favorite. I love him. Andrew really, he's the reason why we're together. Andrew he just instilled so much love in the both of us, and he's been the best example we could have ever asked for. Oh, actually, we dedicated this book to your unwavering reverence.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
there you go. There you go, guys.
I wrote that.
You did write that. Actually, I wrote it and then you made it better.
That's what husbands do.
Yeah, that's what husbands do. I laid the foundation and he just went and fixed
Yep.
the cracks.
Yeah. We do all the finishing touches. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Who was that weird kid? That was
It's
me.
you.
Yeah. Here, I'll just read a little bit of top of this chapter. I knew that Alexa had recently gone through a divorce.
True. Oh, my phone
Didn't know
died.
that. That's okay. And one of the people she was leaning on in that hard season was Andrew, just like me. And when Alexa called Andrew that next week, fun fact, at one point during the night, we decided to exchange numbers and we took photos for each other's contact cards on our iPhones. To this day, I still have the same photo as Lex's contact in my phone. It's very special to me. I still have it. It is literally the same exact photo, and the day that that's gone because of some iPhone update, I'm gonna just cry because I don't have the original. After the party, Andrew and Alexa stopped by my pink house, and I was super proud to show her around my palace. I took Alexa to the garage to show her my cars, a black Cadillac Escalade and a white Mercedes SL 550 with matching, white wheels and a burgundy interior. I thought it would be impressive. She turned to me and said, "Why do you need two cars?" I
wasn't mean. You're reading it like I was mean.
Yes, and that's how it read to me, lady. Okay? I guess she was not so impressed. Little did she know that in the future, she would desperately need a vehicle to drive when her 2004 Range Rover was finally laid to rest, and a certain someone would be so generous to lend her his second car. Which, fun fact, I lent her that Escalade, and I never got it back. Never.
I didn't steal it. We were just together every single day.
It doesn't matter. I never got the
like,
car back until the lease was up and we were married, living in a different house. And
how often did I drive you everywhere? To work?
It doesn't matter. Why do you need two cars?
We did it. We were everywhere. We were inseparable. We went everywhere together.
Hold on. The next day, Alexa texted me and asked if I wanted to get some froyo at Menchie's. Yes, please. After talking and laughing for 3 hours at Menchie's, neither of us were ready to go home. So naturally, we went to a trampoline park, as you do. We caravaned there since, we were in two cars.
See, we didn't need two cars.
Get
we just
out of
needed
here.
one.
I remember being on the 405, driving behind Lex, and having these butterflies in my stomach. No lie. In fact, I had this burst of emotion I had this burst of emotion come over me, and I spoke out loud. I will marry that girl. True story. And she didn't know it yet, but I was in love. Once we finished jumping and still weren't ready to say goodbye, we hopped into our cars onto the 118 to head home, to head to the home of a friend from church who was having a birthday party, since we knew Andrew would be there. We had never been to their house before, and honestly, I had no idea which one it was. They all looked the same, and it was dark. We saw one with a red door and a lot of people inside and thought for sure that was it. So knock, knock. Happy birthday, we screamed when an older woman in her 70s opened the door. Lex and I exchanged looks, realizing that we had just shouted at a complete stranger. "You've got the wrong house," she said kindly. "But we're having a wake for my mother whose birthday would have been today."
True story.
Nothing awkward about that. We literally
Walked into somebody's wake.
We walked into somebody's wake. We're like, "Happy
shouted
birthday,
happy
what's
birthday.
up?"
Yep.
Sorry, we apologized and got out of there. We found the right house and spent an hour or so hanging out with everyone. Then we both jumped into my Mercedes convertible, dropped the hardtop, blasted the heat, turned up some tunes, the Kooks, we love the Kooks, and cruised for the chat.
Just send in your questions.
Send
and
in your
answer
questions.
for the last,
We'll do a
5
few
minutes.
more. Let's see. Wow, we got a lot of them. Here we go. Megan, thank you for buying the book. Tanya bought 2 of them. Thank you so much. What do you imagine when your kids read your book? Which will be the part that you will want them to read first? I don't know. I mean, I think
When we met.
yeah,
That's
like
so
like how we met and like how that whole thing went down and how Alexa played hard to get for a very long time, but persistence pays
Not
off.
that long.
For 3 months?
Couple months.
2-3 months?
Not that long.
That's a long time. In
dating years?
in dating years and like dude language,
It was
like
7 years.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, Danny keeps asking the same question, but I just answered it. Let me see. Victoria. Communication. If you have an
So
issue,
important.
talk about it. If
Yeah.
you don't have an issue, still talk. Like,
You're not a mind reader.
Yeah.
He's not a mind reader.
Yeah.
You have to work through it together because you will create resentment and be frustrated that he's not doing things or that she's not doing things that you want them to do. And you gotta just communicate. Be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah. Let's see. Would you ever do like a Zoom Bible study? You know,
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I think that we have to be in the right season of our lives, and kind of be in one place and kind of have the kids. It's just a little crazy right now. We're still trying to figure out like a good rhythm, and you know we're just kind of going where the Lord has taken us. You know we haven't been home for 4 or 5 months, and we have still 2 more months to go.
Yeah.
So we're just God just what am I thinking? Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah,
Jesus,
literally.
Can BTR come to the UK on tour? Hey,
That would
never
be
say
awesome.
never. Let's see. Hey Carlitos, can you write "Time of My Life" in a piece of paper so I can have a tattoo? If I see it in meet and greet, I will happily do that. Let's see. Oh, Tori, yes, I'd watch every. want to do an audible version, we have an audible version, and I believe it comes out tomorrow too. So if you like listening to my voice, which I know Alexa does,
it's very soothing.
Is it?
It's lovely.
You're being sarcastic.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I married you. If that would be a terrible marriage.
You married me for my voice?
No, I didn't marry you for your voice. But what if I married you and I was like, I can't stand his voice, but I love him.
You know, you can't love everything about somebody, you know.
Let me tell you, I love everything about you.
My gosh,
The thick and the thin, babe.
You're so sweet. Cool. All right, guys, we got 30 seconds. So much love for y'all. Thank you so much for all the support. What if love is the point? Out tomorrow. It's gonna be great. You guys are the greatest. And if I catch you this summer on tour, please let me know what you thought about the book, because I cannot wait to hear what everybody gets from it.
She's a little dramatic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 8 seconds. 7, 6.
Okay, we'll do a little
5,
dance. Guys, thank you so
4,
much for joining us.
3.
It's definitely
2,
bedtime.
1.
Way past our bedtime. Bye.
Oh, we're still going.
Ooh.
There's no time limit.
No, stop it.
Stop it.
We'll be here for another hour.
Anyways, guys, wow, last time it kicked us off right away. This is great. Oh man, listen, I'm gonna answer a few more questions. This is great. Let's see. Claire B says bye. Colombia's waiting. What's up, Melissa? Can I be the worldwide girl in Indiana or Arizona? Okay, Kimmy, let me tell you. First of all, we don't know who's picking worldwide girl until the night of, during the show. And it is the hardest thing to do, picking the worldwide girl. It's like, we see all your guys' faces, and I wish I could pick everybody. And literally, honestly, what I do is that I just pray, and I'm like, God, who do I have to pick tonight? Please show me. Tell me who I gotta pick. Because I just want to pick the right person. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. I can't believe that we're still going over an hour. That's amazing. Do the other guys from BTR know the Lord? Well, I think they know the Lord because I know the Lord. You know, I'm always talking about Jesus. You know what? I think everybody's walk is different, and there's you know no judgment here, and I take pride in just being consistent in my walk. Not like bad prideful, but like I try my best to be as consistent as possible so that I can be the best example of Jesus to them in everything I do. Do you think that writing the book kind of brought me and Alexa closer? 100%. I mean, to be real with you guys, I didn't read her chapters until after we had basically finalized the book. So we were like writing separate things, and then as we were putting it together, I don't know. I kind of wanted to like read it all as a whole versus in chunks. So I let her finish hers, and then once it was a chunk and we could read it straight through, that's when I read it, because I like wanted to feel the flow. And yeah. Let's see. I'll do a couple more. Ariana says thank you for answering yeah. Did I answer the question? I don't even know. My brain is like, but yeah, the book was so much fun to write because, I don't know, just word vomit. Can you imagine a I think we might be done. Oh, here we go. Would you do a longer book tour after the tour is over? Probably not. I think we're gonna take a quick little breather. Alexa and I really want to go on a trip together with no kids, just for like a week or so, just to kind of reconnect and, you know, just have some us time. But we do have Ocean's World coming out in October, so I'm guessing that we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff for that. And then, are we gonna add more signings this summer? Honestly, if the book does well and no, you're okay. Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you so much for supporting us and this book. I really hope it changes lives. So, all right, love y'all. Bye. And to you guys on Instagram, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.